Hello guys, welcome back to another Android Studio tutorial. In this episode we are going to learn about how to use the inbuilt camera app in your Android application. So create a new project in Android Studio. Go to the XML file. Now here it is a relative layout. First we need to change that one into linear layout. I changed that one into linear layout. Now we have to specify some orientation for the layout. So Android orientation into vertical. Remove this text view. Okay, to start the camera app we need a button, so add a button here. Now specify the layout for the button. Android, first specify the width. I specify the width as 200 dp. Now we need to specify the layout height, so Android layout height into wrap content. Now specify some text for the button. Android text, capture image. Now specify an ID for the button, so Android ID equal to plus ID. I name it as button. Okay, now I need to align this button at the center of the layout, so Android layout gravity into center horizontal. This will align the button at the center. Okay, now we need an image view to display the image captured from the camera app, so add an image view here. Specify the layout for the image view. Android layout width into, I specify the width as 300 dp. Now specify some height. Android layout height into 300 dp. Yeah, change the width into 350. Okay, now specify an ID for the image view. Android ID plus ID. I name it as image view. Now align this one at the center, so Android layout gravity into center horizontal. Okay, now specify some margin at the top, so Android layout margin top into 20 dp. Okay, now it's fine. Now close this image view. Now we have a button and image view on the activity main.xml file. Now go to the main activity.java. So it is action bar activity. Change that one into simply activity, because action bar activity is now deprecated. Remove this options menu. There is no need of an options menu for this application. Okay, first we need variables for button and image view. So first I create variable for button. I name it as button. Now create some variable for image view. I name it as image view. Okay, now we have to initialize these two variables. First initialize the button variable. First typecast this one into button. Find the view by ID r.id dot. Identifier name is button. Okay, now image view. First typecast this one into image view. Find the view by ID r.id dot. Identifier name is image view. Okay, so now we need some click listener for the button, so button dot set on click listener. Okay, So before start the camera app, we need to set some permissions on the Android manifest.xml file. We need two permissions. The first permission is for using the camera, and the second permission is for write the image file into the external storage. So open the manifest folder and open the Android manifest.xml. First, here I am going to add permission for use the camera. So use feature Android name equal to android.hardware.camera, and close this one. Yeah, camera is now deprecated, so we have to use camera 2. I think it is camera 2. Yeah, this one. Okay, now we need to set the permission for use the external storage. So use permission, users permission, the name is write external storage, first one. Okay, now we set the permissions. Okay, now go back to the main activity.java. So first we need to create some folder on the external storage. For that, here I am going to create a method. It's a private method, and it will return a file object, and the method name is getFile. Okay, we have to return a file from this method. Simply return null now. Okay, now we need to create a folder inside the external storage. For that, here I simply create a file. I name it as folder equal to new file. I need to create this folder inside SD card, and I need a folder name called camera app. Okay, so first we have to check whether the folder is already available or not. If it is not available, we have to create the folder. So start an if loop. If not folder exists, in that case we need to create the folder. So folder dot make directory. Okay, now we have to set up some file inside the folder to save the image. So create another file. I name it as image file equal to new file. First you have to specify the folder name. Here the folder name is folder. That means the root folder. Now you have to specify the file name, and I name it as cam image .jpg. That is the file name. And finally return the image file. Okay, so whenever user click the button, we have to start the camera application. For that, we need to create an indent object. So start an indent object here. I name it as camera indent equal to new indent, and here you need to specify some action. I specify it as media store dot action image capture. Okay, so now we have to pass the file location for the image into the intent object. So first we have to get the file location, file path from this method called getFile. For that, I create a simple file object here and call that method getFile. Now we need to pass this file into the indent object. So camera indent dot call the put extra method. First you have to specify a key, and here I'm going to use the key called media store dot extra output. and now you have to specify the file. Okay, no, this is not correct. Yeah, here you need to pass the file in the form of URI. So URI dot from file and specify the file path, file name here. Okay, now we have to call the start activity for a result. So call the start activity for a result. So before call that method, we need some request code. So here we have to declare some variable static final int cam request equal to 1. Okay, so in this method, first you have to pass the indent object. Here the indent object is camera indent. Next you have to pass the request code. Okay, so here we use the start activity for a result. So we have to override the on activity result method. So here I am going to override the on activity result method. On activity result, this one. Okay, so if you call the start activity method, that will invoke the target activity, and after finishing the target activity, the system will call the on activity result method within the main activity. Okay, so from this method we have to get the image from the directory and put the image into the image view. So here first we have to get the file path string path equal to the image is available in SD card, and there is a folder called camera app. So specify the folder name. The folder name is camera app, and the file name is camimage.jpg. This is the file name. Okay, and finally we have to set the image on the image view. So image view dot set drawable, set image drawable, and use this method drawable dot create from path and specify the path. Here the path is available on the string variable called path. Okay, now we finish the coding. Now we can test the application. Okay, now here we have the application available on a device. Now here I am going to start the camera application available on this device. So click the button capture image. This will open up the camera application available on this device. Now I am going to capture some image. So click the capture button. This will capture the image. Now go back to the here you need to click OK button. Now it will go back to the main activity again, and here is the image available on the image view. Okay, now we can check the file whether the folder is created or not. Go to the file application. Here is the file application. Open that folder. We create a folder inside the device external storage. So go to the device storage, and our folder name is camera app. Here is the folder, and inside that folder here is the image. I hope you understand the concepts. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.